Welcome to Late Night Satori, the show that gives you an exclusive sneak peek behind the curtain of Junior Anthony Satorians.
We are Carlos,
Maggie,
and Uncle Tim. Let's go!
Let's go! Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. So we got a couple of things going on. Of course, we have our podcast that we've been doing for about, how long it's been? Probably about maybe
2 months.
Yeah, it's been a lot of episodes. I can't remember. But also, we want to talk about this event we went to with LIVESOTORI, the Millionaire Expedition. So that was like amazing, out of control.
Yes, indeedy.
So we're gonna talk about how we got there, our experiences there, and how everything went down. We can't give you too much sauce, but we'll give you a little bit.
A little sazon.
Something.
All right, Tim, start us off. How'd you get there? How was the flight?
So if you don't already know, like when it goes to traveling, like I don't plan anything. My wife always plans anything. So if I got to do it on my own, it's gonna be a rough road. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. But the flights was cool. I had that already down. But when we got there, we had to get the rental car. The rental car was a whole experience. We with Chris. Chris was there. He landed the same time I did. Went through all that. Got the rental car. Got on the road. Then it's like, where we staying? Okay, are we staying with the Satori house? Or are we going to the hotel? We're gonna get another night. So happened that we walked in the hotel where the event was happening, and we ran into eBay. And then once we ran into eBay, everything kind of felt better. We got calmed down. We got a room, and then Carlos showed up. We picked him up, and then everything kind of just smoothed out. So the biggest thing was the rental car. That was the insane part, but everything else was like super smooth.
Well, I know it's supposed to be ladies first. I just thought about that afterwards. But Maggie was already here when everyone else showed up. So since she got here super first, she can be the last one on this go.
That works.
Yeah, that'll work.
So, I'm kind of like Tim. I don't really plan anything. But, I've been reading a little bit about you have to go into the way that you want to be. And I want to fly first class, so darn it, I flew first class. So I had to buy the ticket. Normally I fly standby, but I was like, not this time. I'm feeling fancy. Even though the last time, even on standby, I got first class. So somebody's trying to tell me something. So, first class was awesome. As I was saying before we started recording, people tend to, prelude my entrance by talking about my size. I am a fairly large guy, so first class seats suit me quite well. Very comfortable. Don't have to share my armrest with anyone, so yes, first class is the way to go. I recommend it to everyone. But anywho, landed, was trying to get in touch with Uncle Tim, and of course, when I got out of the airport and was waiting, I didn't have any signal. It's like the Bermuda Triangle was under that airport. So I called right when I got off the plane, and Tim responded. He's like, yeah, where are you? Could not call him, could not send a message until I went back into the airport. And he was like, yeah, we're outside waiting. We're at, I think, what it was, 17? No. And it was supposed to be at 20 or something like that.
Like 20, yeah. He was like, walk down, keep walking.
Yeah, so that was my experience about how to get there. And then we ended up picking up another Satorian who, goodness gracious, had so much. I thought I packed a lot. She had a cart and a bag heavier than she was. Like I say, I'm a pretty stout fella. I'm like, oh, it can't be that heavy.
He ain't lying.
Tried to lift it, and it took me down with it. So.
Hey, women, we had a lot to pack. You should have seen my bag. It was overweight. I had to pay extra for it. I was like, it's fine. Just charge me.
Charge it to the game.
Overweight. I had suffering.
That's my story of how I got there. Maggie? Take it away.
Well, my story kind of like, as soon as I'd left Florida and gone back to the UK, I was planning my trip back. So it was a long journey. For the whole time, I wasn't even sure I'd be here to talk to you guys about my trials. Finally got stuff sorted out. And so I booked my flight immediately. Flight was great. I was so tired, you know me, don't sleep, hadn't slept the night before. So I figured I'd catch a few Z's on the plane, which was perfect. Nobody was sitting next to me. 2 seats with 2 blankets, 2 pillows. So I just put them near the window and just lay down. And unlike Carlos, I am not the tallest person. So I fit quite nicely on the 3 seats and got a good night's sleep, well, day sleep. So that worked perfectly for me till I landed. I don't know what it is about this airport, but you pick up your bags and then you put them back on the conveyor belt and go to the exit to pick them up again. And it took 3 hours for those bags to come out.
Oh, man.
Waited in the airport an extra 3 hours, all of us at the conveyor belt waiting to pick up our bags that we had already picked up and put back, and they didn't turn up.
I want my money back.
You know, where the person that was assisting me was like, I got a badge, I'm gonna go back there, find out what's wrong. He comes back like, they don't know what's wrong. The manager was at home.
The manager working remote.
Like, what good are you then? You gave me hope. That's the worst kind to have hope and then come back with nothing.
You have no eyes on any situations.
I got you. I don't got you.
Yeah, so after the chaos, got out of there, and it's been great since.
Awesome. Well, you made it safe, and we know it took a lot for you to get here. We won't go into that.
Won't go into detail.
I
just wanted to allude to it. Oh man, but yeah, like it was amazing. Like I know you guys, like seeing you guys again is always good. Like being together, like in one place. I know Zoom is cool, but to be in person is like
definitely
can't beat that.
Yeah, definitely better. So yes, we're going on to the experience itself.
The expedition.
Yeah. So I like to go last. The last person goes first. The first person goes last. So Maggie, take it away.
Well, planning it was
Got him.
Well, planning it was interesting. You know, didn't get any sleep the night before. You can see a trend, you know, kind of like establishing itself here. The whole 3 days, I had like 5 hours sleep. So I was in a daze. I realized sleep deprivation does kind of give you hallucinations, which is fun when somebody's speaking on stage and you're visualizing something completely different. It made it interesting though.
What's that behind them?
I'm not sure if that's what they were actually saying or I was making up stuff. I'll find out when I read them back.
Oh wow! Guy walks out with a horse mask on. You're like,
is anyone else seeing this? No, nobody's laughing, so it's just me.
Just me. All right, time to wake up.
All right, Mr. Ed. Okay.
But yeah, seeing you guys on stage, that was great. You know.
Oh yes, I forget. I still will thank Maggie because as y'all the people listening don't know, I was supposed to host by myself. I didn't realize what duty I was taking on, but then when I got there, I was like, thank goodness, because Maggie suggested that Tim host with me, which turned out to be the grandest idea ever. Because I thought I was just going to come in and be like, hey guys, welcome to the event. And that was going to be the end of my hosting. And then it'd just be next person come on. But no, I found out when you're hosting, they actually want you to host every speaker. And we had, minimum 3-4 speakers a day?
Yeah, it was like average about 4 a day. So probably about 15 people maybe.
Yeah. We had like 20 minutes at the beginning to warm up the crowd and then 5 minutes in between speakers.
And mind you, I don't want to, peel the curtain back but there was minimal time of preparation.
Yeah.
So you, as Maggie said, 20 minutes to warm up the crowd. One person with no preparation to 20 minutes. I've been finished with everything in one. Because go up there, because everyone, for the people that do public speaking, especially if you're an inexperienced fellow like myself, you go up there, you have this grand idea, and then you nail it, and then you realize you only spoke for 2 minutes because everything is just flowing out of you, just blah, 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 blah. And that is awesome. And they had a nice little watch to let you know exactly how much time you spent, and that is a demon watch because you get up there and you're just, yeah, the crowd's laughing and everybody's enjoying themselves, and you're like, I should be finished. 30 seconds went by. Oh no, I have nothing else to say. And then, as I say, that's why I appreciate my partner, Uncle Tim, up there being with me, to where if I lose what I'm saying, I nice little look over him like, so Tim, what do you think?
Yeah, it was a cool experience. Like, for me, like Carlos said, I'm not experienced in public speaking at all. But for Maggie to like kind of give me that push to do it, I'm thankful that you did that, because that was
you weren't at the time though.
Not at the time. So when I was getting ready, because of course I wait till last minute to pack, I come back on Zoom. I'm like, okay, guys, I'll be there. I'm about to go out to the airport. They're like, did you get that message from Evilise? I'm like, wait, what? What message? So I look on my messenger, and there it is. Evilise is like, Tim, I was hoping no, I'm just going to say that you are going to be hosting. So I was like, wait a minute, how did this happen? This is sorcery. How did my name get put into the hat? And then later on, I find out it's my best friend Maggie.
I'm like, because she was like, who would be good to warm up the crowd and everything? And it's like, you know who has great chemistry? Tim and Carlos. Just put them up there, let them do their thing, let them talk. They have the same brain. Let them do their thing. And see, I was right.
It worked out. It was an amazing experience.
It worked out great.
Oh, yeah. So then I guess we can talk about a little bit of what we got from the speakers. I know we can't go into depth because, as you say, you gotta pay to play. You gotta be there to get the deets. But I guess I can start off with what I got from it, because as we just said, me and Tim were hosting, so we were actually backstage chatting with the people before they came on. The only problem with that is that we didn't get to see or hear, I should say, all of what the previous person's saying, but I was still back there looking at the monitor every now and again while I'm talking to them. Oh, that's neat. So what were you saying about that? Oh, that's interesting. That's neat too. And so trying to, get something to go out there and actually talk about the previous person to lead into the next person. But the thing that I got, I forget Bart's last name, because as I found out, yeah, Bart Miller. Millionaires are pretty cool. Like, he's down to earth fella, and his name's Bart. I mean, you would think he'd go by Bartholomew or something fancy, but yeah. My biggest takeaway was how he was saying, as an entrepreneur, you don't have to have that cape on all the time. You don't have to be just a salesman. You can be whatever you want to be. If you want to be a family man, you take the cape off and you're the family man. You don't always have to be on all the time. And that was my biggest takeaway from it. Who's next? Tim.
For me, it was a few people. Like, the biggest thing for me, I think we was talking about this earlier, like, to see people that come from where you come from, because 2 of the speakers were from my state, and 1 of them was from my city. So Jay Morrison is from, he said, South 10th Street and Springfield Avenue. Like, literally, my aunt lived on Avon and South 11th Street. So it's probably like 3 minutes walking distance between those two places. So it felt good to see someone doing so well, even though, you know, ups and downs, he's still out there. Like, he's still, you know, trying to help people and trying to like help our city. So that was like one big thing. And then Eric Castellano, he's from Lodi, which is a little bit, I think, a little bit south from where I'm from, but still, like, coming up, it's rough in Jersey. Like, in North Jersey, it's rough. Like, it's hard to get out that environment, and to see other people doing that was just like, I was on top of the moon. And like, the biggest thing that I pulled from it was, you are enough. Like, you can do anything you want. Like, you are worthy of all the things that you want in life. So don't limit yourself and take those things. And we definitely saw a pattern with everyone. Like, this mindset, it was definitely a pattern that everybody had. Like, even, like, everybody did different things, but you can tell down to the core, everybody had that same mindset. So that's the biggest thing I took from, you know, the experience. And hosting was amazing too. So I can't deny that.
Because Eric had the wife that was from Houston, right?
Yeah, serendipity.
So, yep, kismet serendipitous. Because I'm like, what are the odds? The two hosts, he's from Jersey and his wife's from Houston, which, as Tim said, he's from Jersey. I'm from Houston, as you can see with the jerseys behind me, Texan jerseys. And I'm just like, okay, apparently something was supposed to happen. I don't know if people believe in this whole things happen for a reason, but there it is on display.
Yeah, everything always lines up. I think for me, there were two biggest takeaways from it. Like, just hearing everybody, it was really inspirational. All the information we got of like different investments, different, you know, things we could do in the future. But the fact that all of them seem to have a mentor. Like, they're making millions, but they have somebody that's making more millions that's mentoring them. You know, so it's like, no matter what level you get to, you can always learn more. You can always, you know, be guided, and which is, you know, great for us because we know the value of having a mentor. You know, and our mentor has a mentor. You know, so that for me was huge. You know, seeing that, and then the other thing was how that one of the speakers talking about structuring your day, and that's something I do not do. I do not have structure. I wing my whole day. You know, so I'm trying to be more structured, trying to be more purposeful with what I do during my day. So that I've definitely, you know, gained a lot from that experience. A lot of information, but yeah, it was really good.
And that's the thing, like, that's the only thing you're really going to take away from this world is your experiences. So you can have the fancy things and all that, but enjoy those moments. Like, that moment I will never forget, because for Junior to come through and to give us access to that much knowledge and insight in one room is by far one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life. Because he didn't have to do it. Like, he didn't.
Yeah, and there's no way we would have been able to do it. Like, maybe we could meet one millionaire, like, just per chance. But to meet, like, what, how many? Like 10 12?
10, 15.
15. I mean, if I could go down the list, I would. It's just, it was a lot in one sitting.
Yeah, I thought my quota was filled with Junior. I was like, yep, that's my millionaire from a lifetime. Yeah. Winning.
You know, and then to be able to talk to them between, you know, the talks, and you guys talk with them backstage and really get to, you know, get those extra little nuggets.
Yep, like I say,
It was a gift.
could have had a special.
Yeah, it was a gift and a curse, because like being back there, like Carlos was saying, like, you're trying to get to know the person that you're about to present, and you're also trying to watch what's on the monitor, what's going on. It's kind of hard, kind of like focusing on two things. But I will say this, like talking with Mr. Bradford, and then also talking with Jay White, like getting to know them was super cool. Like, and it makes it easier to present something. I don't know how many people have done public speaking, but you can have like a little bio or a script or something like that, read off of, but to really like introduce someone, getting to know them a little bit and actually speaking to them makes it so much easier, because you kind of got to get their energy.
Yeah, I think it's more authentic than rather just like reading off a script, because you're getting that energy, like you said, you're getting to know the person, and those little things they say, you can just, you know, feed off that.
Yeah, I definitely can say that. like, what is it? Who is it? Phil? I see why they have walkthroughs because because they was like, okay, what's going to happen is the things are going to be on the teleprompter, and you can just read what's about the next person you're coming. There wasn't nothing on the prompters.
I stopped looking at it. I forgot they were there.
Exactly. All it did was make me feel self-conscious because all I seen was my face 3 times while I was walking back and forth. I'm like, oh man.
Getting distracted by your own self. Like, want to stop and check yourself out.
I was checking myself out, but it wasn't in a positive way. It's like, man, I look nervous. Does anybody else think I look nervous? Maybe it's this way. Nope, still looks nervous this way. Tim?
I got you. But yeah.
My skin was up there looking cute, cool as a cucumber. You know, just smooth.
It's in my element. It felt really good. Like I never thought that would. Even like one of the speakers was like, y'all did a really good job. Y'all did a really good job. Like me and Carlos thinking like we totally bombed it, but like everybody was like, y'all did a really good job. I mean, is that your first time doing that? Like, yeah.
Couldn't you tell?
Yeah, but like, it's like for y'all to not have an experience like that was amazing, and being a Satorian is unscripted, totally.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything is like adapt and conquer. Like keep going.
Figure it out.
As it comes, you deal with it. Don't overthink it. Just deal with it and keep it moving. And that's a far cry from how I used to live my life. It was always like, okay, I got to do this. This is going to happen. This is the scenario. Now it's just like, don't even worry about it. Just keep going, and those things are going to come. It's always going to be something. So don't get wrapped up in it. Yeah, it's always going to work out.
Oh yeah, like because me and Uncle Tim talked about it backstage too, to where if this was how I was when I first came in here, I would have killed myself thinking of every mistake I made, and the whole event. I just been like, oh man, I did so bad. People aren't gonna want to talk to me anymore. I messed up. I was like, okay. What happened? Okay, we didn't do that. Okay, next time we'll get better. Okay, next time we'll get better. So each time we came out on stage, I'm like, okay, just get better than the last time. And that's basically what entrepreneuring is. Mm-hmm. Each failure, you get better, but you don't quit. That is the thing. Always fail forward. That's one of the biggest things I gained from hosting, because I seen the growth that Carlos, like 1 year ago, would have been killing himself, whereas Carlos this time is like, did good. Get better next time.
Yep, you roll with it, improve.
See you next year. So Maggie, like we talked about like the kind of in the moment thing, like the after product. So like how was it to the lead up with all the planning? Like how was that? Like how did that go?
Well, we didn't mainly Junior and Evilise so they did most of the planning. So where we actually came into it was literally the night before, which is why we got no sleep trying to, getting there early and sorting things out and then getting back there early morning. So there wasn't really much for us to do, which is something we're like, need to delegate a little more, give us things to do, because we're there, we're available to help. So it was just little things. We really didn't do much. So at least we got to enjoy the day in that sense.
Yeah. Well, I can say, being the only one that was at the first one, it was way better than the first one. So if this is any indication, the next one's gonna be amazing. Amazing.
This time we'll have a walkthrough. Next time.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be pushing that button.
Yeah. That's the thing. We learn and we improve.
Yeah, exactly. Adapt and overcome.
I was at the airport, and I know, like Uncle Tim said, that he met Eve at the event, and I'm at the airport getting on my plane, which I had told them that, I'm going to be there the night before, and Eve's like, can you get here earlier? We need to do a walkthrough. I'm like, what? If that was the case, I went to work. I would have been on the plane that morning, like, okay, yeah, guys, I'm sorry. My event's actually the day before. But I'm in the airport. Let me make sure everything's okay. Can you get here in the next 2 hours? We're gonna do a walkthrough.
No, I cannot.
Nah, I'm on a plane.
Let
First
you know
class
something
flight.
I don't. You know how I can get there faster? Like, let me know.
You got a personal teleportation device?
I could have used that. Because those international airfares are not pocket friendly.
Can you imagine just imagine how teleportation is going to be. I don't think it's going to be cheap. Not at all.
If somebody has a personal one, I'm not paying.
Let me
borrow that.
I ain't used this buddy in a while.
Yeah, I'll bring it right back.
Nah. I've seen the fly. Nope.
No.
That's what I was thinking of when you said. I was like, that could be a little dangerous.
I actually think about the Simpsons episode with Bart and the Fly.
Yeah.
Where they swapped and Bart had his head.
Yeah,
so
it's like the episode The Fly. Or the movie.
Jeff Goldblum.
And I know, going back to these millionaires, it was very interesting to actually hang out with them after everything, like, because we had a nice little get together afterwards where, let off some steam, got to party it up a little bit, and I see that these people actually ain't sticks in the mud. Well, they actually got out there and was pretty friendly, pretty social.
Yeah,
so did that surprise any of y'all?
Well,
it didn't surprise me because we know how Junior is. So if these are the people he's bringing around us, I would expect them to be pretty much similar. Because a few of us went to dinner with them, well, with some of them and Junior, and the conversations were pretty enlightening. Talking about different things, books that they have read. So I'm like taking notes. Like, oh, that book changed your life. I'm like,
read those books.
We can use those for book club.
Funny enough, a lot of the books they were talking about, I'm like, yeah, we did that in book club.
Yeah.
We've read that in book club, so it's like it's good to know we're on the right track.
And that's the thing, like having a mentor to guide you, because I would have never thought of these books to read, but being around Carlos and with Junior starting a book club, you get access to those things that can kind of fast track you, right now. Reading The Millionaire Fast Lane. That book is I thought it was going to be whack, but when we start reading it, it's amazing. Like the way that he writes, it makes you think about these things that we're doing in life. So, yeah, get a mentor. If you don't have one right now, get one. And so happened, we have one over.
If you're in the market for one,
for real, check us out. For real, we love to have good people here. So if this is something that's on the cut of your jib, as Carlos would say.
And that's a story, that whole origin of that is a whole nother story. But yeah, if y'all are looking for the mentor, we got one. Even millionaires need mentors. So guess what? If you're not a millionaire, you still need a mentor.
It's even more important that you get a mentor.
That might be the key. We really enjoyed ourselves. If we could if we could just redo that and bring you in with us, we could. But man, that experience was life changing.
Yeah, definitely. A huge part of it was of course, seeing you guys again. Was looking forward to that. So it was really great to hang out with you guys. Well, I feel like we didn't really get as much time to hang out as I would have liked because we were busy doing millionaire stuff, which is great, but it would have been good to have just a little more time. It's every time we wanted to do something, it's you need to go do something or I need to go do something. But yeah, I'm glad we got to spend some time together and meet the others as well, people we haven't met before and then seeing people again. So it was really great.
I actually got to hang out with Romel, Shannon, Maria, Delmy, her family. It was cool. It was a really good event. But then we got the growth reunion coming up soon, so we got that to look forward to.
Yes, indeedy. We actually get to put the live in LIVESOTORI because it's not just one thing where you can meet up on Zooms. To actually get to meet the people in person, to find out that people ain't just BSing when they on these Zooms. They're actually being their true unique self, because it's rare. Like the only thing that's really different on Zooms is people's height and weight. So
Yeah, that you really can't judge too well. And you can't judge how good a dancer Romel is.
I know that fella's a party animal. Music came on his
Oh, when we were playing Mao, what was that song he kept singing? He was breaking all the rules of Mao.
It was Dance Monkey. It's a dance monkey. And then it's like you get a card. It's like thank you.
Yeah, kept on going. He couldn't stop.
Like I know it's a good song, Romel, but come on, you gotta play the game. Woo!
Yeah, it was overall, like hands down.
It passed by so quickly. I think the growth reunion, that kind of spoiled us because that was a whole week, and then some of us did the 2 days before, 2 days after, so it ended up being like 11 days in total, something crazy like that, which is really great. You really get to bond. So with this just being 3 days, it was like, us just getting into that, and then it's over.
I know. Maggie always makes me feel bad when I'm like, okay, I'm leaving.
Tim, you're not gonna say goodbye, give us hugs.
I know. Like, I still never get to say goodbye to Tim.
I want to, trust me.
I was like, Maggie said give you a hug. Goodbye, Tim. So air hugs. And Tim's like,
And y'all got to see Grumpy Sleepy Tim, so you know.
That was a first. I didn't know Grumpy Sleepy Tim existed. So
Tim's always so chipper.
Yeah. Like it shocks people. People are like, what's wrong? Are you okay? Are you alright? Like, yeah, I'm okay. Just a little tired.
To go from that Tim to Grumpy Tim was
right. It don't take long. Yeah. Everybody, we really appreciate you coming out and checking us out. Keep tuning in. We got more and more content coming for you. Just stay tuned, and thank you for the support. And we will see you next time on Late Night Satori with
Carlos
and
Maggie.
All right. Peace, everybody.
Who are you?
Peace and blessings. Oh,
Who are you?
Uncle Tim, baby. You can see me at your local, your family barbecue, or, your next family reunion. I'll be that uncle. There you go. All right, y'all have a good one. Stay blessed. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.